still haven't given me it yet.
Oh, it's still there.
Okay.
Okay, Susan has given us a very lovely report on facilities, which is self-explanatory. Looks like things are going well.
And we have, we'll have Mike do the work with Grid Tech to give cost estimates, so that'll be going forward. And I'll add to my list to keep following up on the maintenance sent for Westbury Outhouse.
Right, because basically it's brush cutting and like that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll just put it on a list.
Pretty bad, we have to go to the state to cut some weeds.
Yeah, we don't even want to, he's not even talking about getting the roots on, just cutting it.
There's something that needs attention at Fort Getty. I mentioned to Bob, there are a couple of, about a half dozen blocks. I don't know if you saw those.
Oh, yeah.
They're about, a little bit over 5 feet wide, probably 2 or 3 feet high, and maybe about 3 feet deep. And there's 6 of them. They're kind of behind the cement blocks. You've probably seen them closer to the road.
You're talking about one where the owls are?
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what they were originally used for, but there were some 1-inch steel cables that were in those. Those cables have completely rusted out of the middle, so there's nothing but rusted strands that are sticking up and really need to be
Sharp.
They're very sharp.
Yeah.
Originally, people were tying up dings and things like that to them. Those really need to be ground, either cut or ground down. They're very dangerous.
Mike, I've been in touch with Mike Ray on several occasions, and he's been busy with the, they're doing the road paving in the shores. So, but I did ask him again about going and looking at those fenders that are on the dock. So at that time, we'll do that. And plus Sam, we were going to go around and take a look at some of the things around the island. So if I can get him away from road paving.
Susan, I guess what we'll have to do is just go out and you can take the pictures and we'll just show them tonight and say, you gotta do this like that.
Well, I'm still working on it.
He's had FEMA here on the road stuff, so this is all money coming back to the town. So I'm still doing pretty good. Keeping track of the FEMA guys.
I want to follow up with nagging. I want to do that. Okay.
No, I'm just following him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think last month I brought up touch and go with Fort Getty.
Oh, yeah. If we put a touch and go at Fort Getty, I'm going to have to do another CRMC permit, separate from the maintenance permit for the boat ramp. Do you want me to go ahead and pursue that?
Touch and go off the pier?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking of it being by where the boat ramp was going to be. You don't want it there, you want it...
Yeah, like we used for the 420 last year. There's going to be another rig out of this summer.
Chris, and not to interrupt you, Susan, but we have, there's an old float that's over there, and if you've seen it, we're probably going to, have to do the same thing we did last year. Is just put it there temporarily.
Okay.
Because, like Susan's saying, it's going to take a while because you have to go through the permitting process and the designing and whatnot. But to accommodate you guys coming up this summer, we can basically do the same thing we did last year.
Okay.
Does that foot need any repairs?
I have to take a look at it, but it has been in the water, so I'm sure we can get it in the water again. And that would probably break for you guys. Yeah. And then, of course, we're going to do the same thing as far as looking for moorings that you can use for that weekend.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay, great.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else for Susan? Okay, David, I think we've covered more implementation. Anything from technology? Sounds like everything's moving smoothly. Okay, nothing new on the HMOC, HMP, other than Chris has given us a draft a minute ago about the fee questions. I thought it was very helpful. I unfortunately don't have a chance to go through the rest of it and mark it up the way it was suggested to us at the joint meeting that we had. Maybe I can get that done this time. Does anybody have any comments on this draft? I think this was something that everybody thought was going to be a great idea.
When I went through the numbers, this would allow us to, the present budget, transfer 41,000 instead of 6.
But that would leave us short in the harbor side?
Yeah. But I mean, this wouldn't happen this year.
Well, no, but this would be something we would put in, and then when we set the fees next year, they would be altered accordingly.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so.
Well, it allows us to have that discretion and go up to 40,000.
Right, not more than, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, well, I'll try and get some language drafted in the other sections that we looked at with the town council, and we'll talk about this next month. Sorry, I didn't get to it. Okay, we did 11A, we did 12A. As the chief pointed out, 12B, we have a checklist for CRMC. And as I understand, this is simply something we have to fill out when the ordinance and plan pass the town council and send it in the CRMC with them. So they see where we've addressed all these issues and said not applicable, whatever that happens to be. So that's a good thing. So that's simply a question of accepting correspondence, I suppose.
Do I motion?
Yeah, let's do that just so we know it's on the record. We know it's here.
Make a motion that we accept the CRMC Municipal Harbor Management Plan Consistency Review Checklist.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Correspondence 13A, we have a note from DEM about saltwater fishing licenses. And again, this is simply,
Can I ask a question? Does this make it mandatory for people who fish to have a license?
Starting June 1st, yeah. Mandatory for people fishing for fin fish in salt water.
For,
Fin fish, not for squid.
fin
is
fish.
a lobster? No, it's a crustacean.
Second.
You already have to have a license for lobster.
So that's the change, is now fin fish, you have to have a license.
Yes, well, that's what the saltwater license is for. So for this year, you require to either have a federal or a Rhode Island license, or one from a participating state, a neighboring participating state. And the federal license is available for free this year. Next year it'll probably be $20-25, and the state license is going to be $7 a year.
And what is the enforcement of this, Bob? Do you know?
My guess is they're laying off DEM enforcement people as we speak. I don't know. The state's probably not going to enforce anything. It's the same as every other thing you try to put forward. You know, who's going to enforce what? 30 minutes here, fishing here, no fishing there. You know.
Yeah. Anyway, so we need a motion to accept. Let's accept all three, 13A, B, and C. Anybody move?
Motion to accept correspondence.
Second? All in favor?
Right.
Okay, so we have this, and we have the letter from Kingsley and Curtin, Sam's address.
This reminds me of another one, a letter that we got at one point. I wonder if you might want to inform Richard and Holly that their mooring is illegal under our ordinance. They ought to replace it and move it.
No, it's legal, but they have to inspect it, so that means they have to send someone down to back it up. If you can inspect the system, then it's legal. And the reason I said the mantis you can't take out, but these you can take out at a cost.
Not an easy thing.
Right now, our ordinance doesn't, we should revise it to say if it's inspectable.
Yeah.
But right now, it says there's only certain types of moorings that are allowed under our current ordinance, and this isn't one of them.
Well, and I'll tell you right now, Dennis Nixon has one, so I'd rather you call him than I.
But Sam, they do get inspected every 3 years?
Yes.
Okay.
But the seals don't.
Well, they're supposed to be taken out, and I have to go with.
Wait, have you seen an inspection report where someone pulled the helix and said, I took it out and I inspected it and this was its condition? Never.